Good morning. Uncle Lou here. Yep, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live on LouTube for you. Thanks for watching. Another Emmy Award-winning edition here of the Uncle Lou Show. Now, this weekend, this Sunday, my Atlanta Falcons are taking on the New Jersey Giants. Now, this is going to be a good game. By good, I mean the Falcons are going to destroy you. Giants don't stand a chance in this game. Or what is it Chris Berman? He's got these dumb names, nicknames and dumb name. But anyway, by the way, is there a worse football announcer than Chris Berman? Any of you guys try to stay up and watch that second Monday Night Football game this week? You have to watch that thing on mute. Chris Berman, terrible. Anyway, but yeah, he calls the New Jersey Giants the G-Men. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if you guys got a bunch of FBI agents up there posing as football players. I don't get it. Although I will say, the G-Men, it is a pretty good name, if I do say so myself. There. So my Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Jersey Giants. Now, you guys don't stand a chance in this game, and I have a pretty good feeling that you already know that. Of course, we're 1-0, you're 0-1, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out that obviously means we're a better team. So you're going down. Now, yes, we were terrible last year. By we, I mean my Atlanta Falcons were terrible last year. But lucky for the Falcons, they have this little thing once a year called the draft. Yep. And when you're as terrible as the Falcons were last year, you get to pick pretty high up in that draft. Yep, in the case of the Atlanta Falcons, number 8, which was amazing. And we knocked it out of the park this year. We picked up Vic Beasley with a number 8 overall pick. Now, Vic Beasley, although he's terrible and complete trash against the run, is the most dominant pass rusher in the NFL. So far, through 4 preseason games and the first regular season game, he leads the league in almost getting a sack. There's not a single player in the NFL with 0 sacks that almost has as many sacks as Vic Beasley has. Not one single player. So he's just dominating in the almost having a sack category. Our second round pick, Jaleel Collins, had 2 tackles last week, and he's a backup defensive back and future Hall of Famer. And of course, the steal of the draft in the 3rd round, we picked up probably the best running back since Eric Dickerson, Tevin Coleman. Throw it in, throw it out, throw it in, throw it out. Yeah, we had to. Of course, we didn't need a running back, which is why we drafted Vic Beasley in the 1st round and a defensive back in the 2nd round. We didn't need a running back because we already had one of the top 28 rushing attacks in all of the NFL last year. So we didn't need a running back, but how can you pass up Tevin Coleman in the 3rd round when he obviously should have been drafted probably 5 or 6 overall? So yeah, I look for Tevin Coleman to have close to 300 yards rushing in this game against the Giants. Vic Beasley almost have 12 or 13 sacks, and Jaleel Collins should at least play 5 or 6 plays. This game is over. I really don't even know why they're playing it. To me, it just seems like both these teams are risking injury this Sunday for no reason, because the outcome of this game, is never in doubt. After the draft that the Falcons had this year, which was probably the best draft in the history of the NFL, second best draft. It was the second best draft in the history of the NFL. Now, in order to see the best draft in the history of the NFL, you have to go back a few years. In fact, you have to go back to 1991. Now, you guys have Eli Manning on your team. That's great. And we have Matt Ryan. But let's face it, Eli Manning is no Matt Ryan. Okay, Eli Manning is better than Matt Ryan. I'll give you that. Eli Manning is leaps and bounds ahead of Matt Ryan. It's not even close. But you know who Eli Manning will never be? Will never be? Brett Favre. And guess who drafted him back in 1991? You guessed it, my Atlanta Falcons. Throw it in, throw it out, throw it in, throw it out. Now I know what you're thinking, but Uncle Lou, Brett Favre didn't even play for the Atlanta Falcons. He played for the Green Bay Packers. Another G. You're right, he did play for the Green Bay Packers. That's because the Falcons didn't want him or need him. We were too busy winning games back in the early 90s to worry about trying to, hold Brett Favre's hand. So we did go ahead and trade him to the Green Bay Packers for a first-round pick the following year, 1992. And guess who we drafted? Tony Smith. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Uncle Lou, I've never heard of Tony Smith. Don't worry about it. No one has. Tony Smith played a total of 4 years in the NFL. Over that 4-year period, he had a total of 328 yards rushing and not one, but 2 touchdowns. Yep. Of course, Brett Favre went on to win Super Bowls. He's still the only player in the league ever to win MVP 3 years in a row. Started more consecutive games than anyone else in the history of the NFL at the quarterback position. Is a guaranteed lock for Canton, Ohio, and the NFL Hall of Fame. Yep. And Tony Smith is more than willing to sell you a used car in downtown Atlanta over there off Peachtree. At Catfish used cars. But anyway, yep, my Atlanta Falcons did draft Brett Favre, who's better than Eli Manning, so we have that on you too. And the other thing is, I've noticed the Giants are lazy. They're just lazy. Period. And I think I know why. It's reflected in their fan base. Take a look at this.
What up, guys? Bad Dog, Giants Mafia, Tuesday morning, in need of a shave. Yeah, I need a fucking shave. What up, guys? Bad Dog, Giants Mafia, Wednesday morning.
Sir, you need to do better. Now, first of all, I really don't care if you shave or not. That's on you. But don't come on camera complaining about your own self and then show up the next day and have done nothing about it, sir. It sort of reminds me of a woman who complains about wanting to lose weight, but is unwilling to do anything to lose the weight, doesn't want to change their diet, doesn't want to exercise, doesn't want to do anything, just wants to complain. That's what you remind me of. Bad dog. Sit. Good boy. Yeah, so if you're going to complain about shaving, then just go ahead and shave. Don't show up on camera the next day. Still looking the same, sir. But yeah, so my Falcons are going to destroy you. It's not going to be close. I'll say Falcons by 30. We're well on our way to 19-0 without a problem. Hold on a second. Hello? Yeah. No, 6 o'clock is fine. Yeah, don't screw it up like you did last time either. No, you burned the gravy. Don't do that again. Yeah. 6 o'clock. Not 6:01. Not 5:59. 6 o'clock. Yes. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah. That was Baby Doll calling to see what I wanted for dinner. Woo! But anyway, yeah, Giants are going down. Falcons by 30. Tevin Coleman over 200 yards rushing in this game. Vic Beasley almost 12 or 13 sacks. Nothing else really to say. Oh, good morning.
Don't take that shit. We're not open yet. Fuck off.